If you use an ice chest to keep your perishable food cold in your truck, and after some of the ice melts, how do you keep some of your food from getting waterlogged? Hello, I'm Vicki Simons with TruckDriversMoneySavingTips.com. Okay, so you've spent money on getting an ice chest to keep your food cold in your truck, and everything's good as far as being able to keep that ice going, keep your food cold and everything, but because of the nature of ice, it's going to melt at temperatures that are higher than it is, and you're going to have a little bit of water, okay, in the bottom of your ice chest. And depending upon how much ice you have and how big your cooler is, the more ice you have, the more water there is, the more runoff there is, and the more potential there is for some of your food to get waterlogged, whatever it is that you're keeping down in there. Now, obviously, there are some foods that you probably won't want to keep in your ice chest, like bread, but if you do happen to keep your bread in there and it happens to get down below the water line, you're going to have a nasty mess on your hands. Okay, some people like to take raw meat out with them that is not sealed, such as the type that you would buy hamburger meat in the grocery store. If it's sealed, that could be fine. But here are some examples of food that you don't want to get waterlogged. Let me start with the fresh produce that can get knocked up inside a cooler, okay, and it can get bruised or damaged by moving back and forth with the sway back and forth with your truck. Okay, you can tell I'm moving back and forth, okay, as your truck is moving back and forth and going over those bumps and everything. Okay, the ice and the water is going to be knocking around some things inside your ice chest. So things like tomatoes and cucumbers, things like that. Some of your fresh produce could get bruised if you're doing that. Okay, but what not to get waterlogged? Things that we have personally, Mike and I have experienced waterlogged with, and you don't want this. Trust me. Okay, packaged lunch meat. Okay, even though the plastic seal on the plastic bag may be good for a while, sometimes water just finds its way into that, and after a while, when water sets on that lunch meat, it just does not have the same flavor. Okay, sliced cheese. Okay, if it gets water on it, it's going to be a nasty mess. Don't worry about that. You're going to have to throw it out unless you get clever and you make it into macaroni and cheese. Then again, you might not want to. All right, hard-boiled and peeled eggs. Okay, if you have those down in there, they could get nasty on the outside. And jarred jams, jellies, and preserves. Okay, even though the lid may be on fairly tight, generally speaking, if that jar gets knocked over and any water finds its way in there, you're going to have a nasty mess on your hands. So, okay, we experimented with some stuff and found out that there was one particular kind of a device. I don't even know if they make this size of a Snapware container anymore. I'm going to show you how this works. Basically, because of the height of it, and of course you will want to buy one that matches the height of your ice chest, okay, just by itself, okay, we were able to set this down in the bottom of the cooler. We had a fairly good sized cooler, and I will be talking about an ice chest or an ice cooler in another broadcast. But anyway, this holds a pretty good amount of stuff. It says that it is a, let's see, do you have a, yes you do. Let me see if I can read you. I'll take the glasses off. This holds 40 cups, okay, 40 cups of food, all right, and it is designed to have this this seal here that goes on. Now, notice this, okay, over a period of time, okay, all right, these things can obviously snap off of here, okay, and we did. We've had 2 of them that snapped off, and of course, with 2 of them in place, that's a fairly decent seal. 3's better. You see that there's sort of a lift there, all right, but like I said, because of the height of this thing, that worked fairly well. All right, and obviously this is the type of thing that can be reused in your home. All right, when you are, oh, got my little bag here on our kitchen shelf. Okay, I happen to have a Walmart bag full of little measuring cups and other sorts of little tiny things. Okay, and you can see it fits down in there, and just basically for short people like me, being able to grab, okay, this thing, this box, this container off of a shelf, and just grab that and be able to use that. In fact, I don't even keep the lid on it in our cabinets here at home. All right, another device. I'm sorry, I just banged the tripod there. Okay, another device is this fairly good-sized container. I do not see any sort of a brand on this particular one. I actually ended up getting this one from my mom. But anyway, it does have a lid that snaps into place. Okay, I have not checked the water tightness on it, but obviously it's got some height on it, and you can use this to keep your foods from getting waterlogged. Okay, so bear in mind to make sure that you get these snaps or the caps or the lids down on the containers themselves, so that you've got a good seal there, and you're not going to have problems with the water getting in. Okay, so are there any questions, comments, or feedback about this? Okay, like I said, Mike and I did use this particular device when we were on the road together, and we use it at home now. But the fact of the matter is, this has worked well for us. If you have any questions about something like this, there may be other devices, other brands that are used by truckers, or, you know, there are some coolers, some ice chests that have a little tray up in the top, okay, that sit on a little ledge just inside. You can obviously keep some of your foods up in there, but those things don't carry much. They don't hold much up in there. And in my opinion, having to slide that thing back and forth got to be more of a pain in the neck than anything. But the fact of the matter is, this sits down in the water, okay, and until it gets broken, or, you know, some sort of a chip in it or whatever starts to leak, it works just great. Okay, so until next time, wishing you a great Savvy Saturday, and hope that you have no problems with your weekend travels and your plans to unload on Monday because it's Labor Day. If you do, I'd like to hear more about your situation, what you're going to be doing over Labor Day, if you're going to be sitting still, or if you're going to be traveling, if you've got enough miles to keep you happy there, or if there are some shippers and receivers that are going to be open on Labor Day instead of closed. I'd like to know about that too. Until next time, my husband Mike and I wish you safe travels and lots of money saving opportunities on the road. Have a great night and a great weekend, drivers. Thanks.